what's interesting to me is my buddy, my friend Justin. Uh, he he sent me an article from Rolling Stone the other day, and uh, I'll read the article. I'm gonna take a sip of my beer after this, but the headline reads: "In Computer Row, hear how AI software wrote a new Nirvana song." Right. I didn't say this wrong at all. This is some shit. So I have some thoughts about this, and I'm gonna read some of this article as well. Uh, yeah, oh boy, I got so many thoughts about this. So hold on just 1 second there. Uh, I'm not gonna play any fucking elevator music or anything. YouTube got me in trouble for that, or they got mad at me for that. So, yeah. So just listen to some elevator music in your head. Okie doke. So, all right. Jeez, I'm on a roll today. 3 burps. Okay, so let me just get this microphone situated because I gotta face my laptop. I gotta figure out a good situation here, seating situation. I don't know. Whatever. Everything's a work in progress, of course. Okay, let's see here. So I'll read some of this article. I might read a lot of it, so bear with me here. Just bear with me on this. Because I really want to get into this here. I want to dig into it. Everything I can that I see out of this too, and whatever. Okay, so anyway, sorry for the Butcher Bob moment. Okay. Ever since Kurt Cobain's death in 1994, Nirvana fans have hypothesized about the music he would have made had he lived. But other than, you're right, the scabrous. Wow. New word for me in life. Throat-shedding meditation on confusion that Nirvana recorded a few months before his suicide, and a few comments he told confidants about potentially collaborating with REM's Michael Stipe or going completely solo. He mainly left behind question marks. Excuse me. That was really hard to keep the sentence going. I had to burp bad. Maybe I shouldn't drink the beer anymore. Fuck everything. Okay, anyway. Now an organization has created a new Nirvana song using artificial intelligence software to approximate the singer-guitarist's songwriting. The guitar riffs vary from quiet, come as you are style plucking to raging, bleach fury, a la Scoff. It was some French thing. And lyrics like "The sun shines on you, but I don't know how," and a surprising anthemic chorus, "I don't care, I feel as one drowned in the sun," bear evocative Cobain-esque qualities. But other than the vocals, the work of Nirvana tribute band frontman Eric Hogan, the song's creators say nearly everything on the song, from the turns of phrase to the reckless guitar performance, is the work of computers. Their intention is to draw attention to the tragedy of Cobain's death by suicide and how living musicians can get help with depression. Excuse me. The tune titled "Drowned in the Sun" is part of Lost Tapes of the 27 Club, a project featuring songs written and mostly performed by machines in the style of other musicians who died at 27. Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, and Amy Winehouse. Each track is the result of AI programs analyzing up to 30 songs by each artist and granularly studying the track's vocal melodies, chord changes, guitar riffs and solos, drum patterns, and lyrics to what their new compositions would sound like. The project is the work of Over the Bridge, a Toronto organization that helps members of the music industry struggling with mental illness. And then right after, underneath that is it's a video for, or it's a, yeah, it's just a video for, or audio video of the Nirvana song. Okay. And then let's see here. Hold on. I'm gonna skip some stuff. Okay, let's see here. Remember that I said this. Somehow in the music industry, there's a quote here from Sean O'Connor, the board of directors for Over the Bridge. And also works as, I'm just going to read this, as creative director for the advertising agency Rethink, quote unquote. Somehow in the music industry, depression is normalized and romanticized. Their music is seen as authentic suffering. Oh, and well, at the beginning of that, sorry. What if all musicians that we love had mental health support? Okay. Let's see. To create the songs, O'Connor and his staff enlisted Google's AI program, Magenta, which learns how to compose in the style of given artists by analyzing their works. Previously, Sony has used the software to make a new Beatles song, and the electro-pop group Yacht used it to write their 2019 album, Chain Tripping. What the fuck? For Lost Tapes project, Magenta analyzed the artist's songs as MIDI files, which works similarly, I can't talk, to a player piano scroll by translating pitch and rhythm into a digital code that can be fed through a synthesizer to recreate a song. After examining each artist's note choices, rhythm quirks, and preferences for harmony in the MIDI file, the computer creates new music that the staff could pour over to pick the best moments. And then here's another thing from O'Connor here. The more MIDI files you input, the better. O'Connor says, so we took 20 to 30 songs from each of our artists as MIDI files and broke them down to just the hook, solo, vocal melody, or rhythm guitar, and put those through one at a time. If you put whole songs through, the program starts to get really confused on what it's supposed to sound like. But if you just have a bunch of riffs, it'll put out about 5 minutes of new AI written riffs, 90% of which is really bad and unlistenable. So you start listening through and just finding little moments that are interesting. Let's see. O'Connor and his team used a similar process for lyrics using a generic AI program called an artificial neural network. This is fucking creepy. They were able to input the artist's lyrics and start off with a few words, and the program would guess the cadence and tone of the poetry and complete it. Quote unquote. It was a lot of trial and error. O'Connor says, adding that the team examined pages and pages of lyrics for turns of phrase that syllabically fit the vocal melodies Magenta produced. There's also a video for the Amy Winehouse one. Let's see. I mean, they're all on here, like Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix, and Jim Morrison. Let's see. Is something else here? Once the compositions were in place, an audio house arranged all the different parts to... God damn it. Sorry, this stupid shit. God damn. This dumbass. Sorry. I didn't turn another track off. It's a Stone Cold thing. I had it happen in another episode. You gotta be kidding me. God damn it. Sorry. Fuck. All right, whatever. Okay, where the fuck was I? Okay, oh, all right. God damn you, Stone Cold. All right, okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna read over that. God, all right. Once the compositions were in place, an audio house arranged all the different parts to evoke the musician. A lot of the instrumentation was MIDI with different effects added to it. O'Connor says of the finished recordings. They started recruiting singers. Everyone that we brought in, for the most part, were working tribute artists for these bands, so they could kind of do the inflections and make it sound as realistic as possible, O'Connor says. Okay, so they brought in tribute band singers. So here we go. And, they brought in this guy named Eric Hogan, as I said earlier. He is from an Atlanta Nirvana tribute band. Let's see. Whatever. And they sent him the files and money and paid him to do this. He says this. He goes, all right, okay. All right. When he first heard the music, he was dumbfounded. I was like, I don't know how to sing this, he remembers. I had had to have the guy who came up with the AI track mumble and hum the tune. I would feel weird trying to assume what Cobain would do. They had to give me a little bit of a roadmap, and then from there it was fine. Yeah, I mean, come on, this is like, I mean, how do you dive into that? Like how do you make a Kurt Cobain melody? Like an actual one that you would, I don't know. It's thing is, it's like a Kurt Cobain melody could really only come from Kurt Cobain, right? I mean, that's what you would think. Not a fan or a super fan or a really smart producer. It's just, I think that's one of those things that, if you're unique with something, it just comes from within you, and no one else can replicate that. It's your ideas. And anyway, but okay, whatever. I'm not. All right. So, I had to. Okay, and so they, yeah, and then all right. Is there anything else I want to talk? Is there anything else here? Um. Okay, so Drowned in the Sun is accurate enough to give you that Nirvana vibe, but not so accurate to where someone's going to get a cease and desist letter, Hogan claims. If you look at the last quote unquote Nirvana release, which was You Know You're Right, this has the same type of vibe. I agree. Kurt would just sort of write whatever the hell he felt like writing, and if he liked it, then that was a Nirvana song. I can hear certain songs in the arrangement of Drowned in the Sun, like, okay, that's kind of an In Utero vibe right here, or Nevermind vibe right here. I really understood the AI of it. Let's see. I don't know. I think. Okay. So I honestly, what I'll do is I'm not going to read the rest of this article. I'll leave a link in the video description. It's just, this is a weird one for me. I did listen to all these. The Nirvana one intrigued me the most, and I don't know. It's. I'll say this. It sounds like. It does sound like a Nirvana song, and I'll admit, it kind of sounds cool, but there is just something I can't really get past, and that's that AI thing. It's just, it's a weird one for me to get over. Interesting, and the system, like the AI putting together all these things or whatever, it is interesting to see that be a thing, but it also said something about how 90% of the ideas that it made or that it created were not good and unlistenable, and so these people that run these over the bridge people, they kind of put the puzzle together and create a song. Now, I'll give them kudos, commend them on piecing it together in a good way. I just don't know. I just don't think that this is a good. I don't want to see this becoming more of a thing. It's kind of like those deep fake videos now, which are getting creepier by the goddamn second. It's kind of teetering in that realm a bit. And yeah, they had to bring in. And this is another thing that kind of grinds my gears. They bring in cover band tribute singers to sing on these tracks, and they do a great job. They do a great job. It is pretty remarkable how they turned out. However, however, they're also, like these singers who I don't know if they write music. I don't know if they got their own things going on. I mean, this guy was like, he had no clue on how to come up with something, but these over the bridge people are coming up with this shit though too, and like basically writing a rhythm or writing a melody. They're coming up with a vocal melody, and who's to say that Kurt Cobain would have come up with that melody? It's like, yeah, you're doing the best you can do with that, and there is a purpose to the project and all, but I just, either way, I guess the point isn't to be genuine. I guess it is just, it just makes you think. So, there's curiosity and you want to somehow put it together. And, I just hope that this doesn't like open doors for people to start dabbling in this sort of thing more often. It's too weird and it's really dehumanizing, especially in a digital age where things like AI are just taking over entirely, and there's just that we're just losing the human aspect on these things. Music is supposed to be. Music is just. It's one of the most human things that you could ever experience. I think. Everybody listens to music, or most of everybody does, I would imagine. I mean, I have met people that say they don't listen to music, which they're fucking weird people. I don't think they live on this planet. Uh, it's not strange. It's just so fucking weird, and I just don't. I don't know. That's what makes me concerned about this digital age and doing all that. I don't know. It's I just it really it bugs me. I don't know. I'm trying to. I got like 1,000 ideas or thoughts in my head over this, and I'm just trying to like. I'm not trying to sound like I don't want to sound like some snobby fuck, but it's just as someone who has been writing music for nearly 20 years, myself, and I, you I mean, when you write music, you really feel it come from within you. If it's something you truly feel, feel in your soul about it. I mean, there are musicians and songwriters who write songs for other people, or they rip off other bands. I mean, you see that time and time again. And yeah, I know nothing's really original out there, but I mean, like a complete rip off of a band or something, like in pop punk, Blink 182. How many bands ripped off Blink 182? So many, like endless amounts. I'm pretty sure I have too. So, but to just write your own. I mean, because Nirvana was just its own entity, and Kurt Cobain was quite. He was quite an amazing songwriter. He had he lived a bit of a fucked up life and had a rough go at it in his early years, and but that's what morphed him into being who he is, that or who he was, and what he wrote about, and what came what came out of his guitar, and how he wrote the riffs that he wrote. He wrote all of that with feeling. He was a dude who didn't even think Nirvana was going to amount up to very much prior to Nevermind. Even when they were recording Nevermind, he didn't see it being a big commercial success. No, I guess no, but no one really. I guess no one in that. No one in that in that circle really saw it coming. But during Bleach they they had some pretty they had a great amount of respect from the punk world, grunge world, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so I guess in a sense, it goes against what Kurt Cobain was about. I guess I would say that. I wonder what Dave Grohl would think. That's what I'm really curious about too. I wonder if he has heard this yet. I hope somebody does ask him that question. I wish I could be the guy to ask him. I'd fucking love to know firsthand, right from the source. But yeah, I mean, I actually hope. No, I actually hope Rolling Stone, since Rolling Stone did put this article out, I hope that there is a follow up. I hope Rolling Stone like reaches out to him or Chris Novoselic, and just get their thoughts. And I'm very curious about it.